Hello and welcome to my YouTube page. In this video we will walk through a Python program. In the beginning I will give you an overview of what I plan to cover, then I will switch over to the Python idle editor, walk you through the script and then run the program in Python shell. At the end, if you've enjoyed this video, please consider liking, sharing and subscribing. Now let's begin. For this Python program, the purpose is to walk through an example of the Classes and Objects Encapsulation concept. A class is a code template for creating objects. Objects have member variables and have behavior associated with them. In Python, a class is created by the keyword class. An object is created using the constructor of the class. This object will then be called the instance of the class. System designs emphasize modular structuring. A problem is often partitioned into subproblems, and a solution is designed for each subproblem. Object-oriented modeling consists of identifying the relevant objects for the model, describing these objects using abstraction and defining collections of similar objects. A class definition is implemented with a class header and additional statements. This includes a name of the class and other information related to the class. In a class definition, two categories of variables can be defined: class variables and instance variables. Class variables are defined usually at the top and their values are shared by all objects or instances of the class. When a class variable is used, its name has to be prefixed by the class name. Instance variables are data definitions that appear inside a method and their values will be unique to each instance or object of class. The name of all instance variables in a class has the prefix self. Once there are attributes that belong to the class, you can define functions that will access the class attribute. These functions are called methods. When you define methods, you will need to always provide the first argument to the method with a self keyword. You can also provide the values for the attributes at runtime. This is done by defining the attributes inside the init method. Encapsulation is a way to restrict access to methods and variables from outside of class. Python provides three types of access modifiers: private, public, and protected. Public data members are accessible within and outside of a class, and all member variables of the class are by default public. Private members are accessible only within the class, and we can't access them directly from the class objects. Protected members are accessible within the class and also available to its child classes. To define a protected member, prefix the member name with a single underscore. To define a private member, prefix the member name with a double underscore. We can directly access private variables from outside of a class through name mangling. The name mangling is created on an identifier by adding two leading underscores and one trailing underscore. Now, let's open up the Python idle editor and we will develop a program that creates a class and restricts access to specific data using encapsulation. First, start out by putting identification information for the Python file enclosed within three quotations. For the program file name, let's title it classencapsulation.py. Then the author information, and for that, I'll put my name Lewis. Next the date, which is October 7, 2022, and lastly I'll put a short description of the program. This program creates a class and restricts access to certain data based on public, protected and private data types. Let's first have a header statement printed for the public data members. Type print, open parenthesis, quotation, access public data members, quotation, close the parenthesis and press enter. Next, start out by creating a class. Type class employee : and press enter. Next, let's put in a description by typing quotation, CIA, employee name, title, salary and assignment, quotation and press enter. Next, let's define our init function. Type def underscore init underscore open parenthesis self, name, title, salary, assignment, close the parenthesis, and press enter. The init function is called every time an object is created from a class. The init method lets the class initialize the object's attributes and serves no other purpose. It is only used within classes. Next, type self.name equals name and press enter. Type self.title equals title and press enter. As you can see, name and title data are going to be our public data members. Next, let's perform encapsulation by creating a protected and private data member. Type self._salary equals salary and press enter. The single underscore signifies a protected data member. Next, type self._assignment equals assignment and press enter. The double underscore signifies a private data member. Next, type definfo, open parenthesis, self, close parenthesis, colon, and press enter. Type print, open parenthesis, quotation, employee name, colon, quotation, comma, self.name, close the parenthesis and press enter. The print function prints the specified message to the screen, or other standard output device. The message can be a string, or any other object. The object will be converted into a string before being written to the screen. Now, type defjob, open parenthesis, self, close parenthesis, colon, and press enter. Type print, open parenthesis, quotation, employee job title, colon, quotation, comma, self.title, close the parenthesis and press enter. This is the public instance method to access public data members. Next, let's create an object of a class. Type E1 equals employee, open parenthesis, quotation, Donna Mathers, quotation, comma, quotation collection management officer, quotation, comma, quotation, 100,000 quotation, comma, quotation North American Ops quotation, close the parenthesis and press enter. Next, let's call the public method of class. Type E1.info, open parenthesis, close parenthesis and press enter. Type E1.job, open parenthesis, close parenthesis and press enter. This will print the public data members. I want to input a blank line between access methods, therefore type print, open parenthesis, close parenthesis and press enter. Let's first have a header statement printed for the protected data members. Type print, open parenthesis, quotation, access protected data members through inheritance to child classes, quotation, close the parenthesis and press enter. Protected members are accessible within the class and also available to its child classes. Let's create a child class by typing class precedence, open parenthesis, employee, close parenthesis colon and press enter. This will provide all the functionality from the parent employee class onto the child class titled precedence. Next, type def_init_, open parenthesis, self comma name, close the parenthesis, colon, and press enter. Next type self.name equals name and press enter. Type employee._init_, open parenthesis, self close parenthesis and press enter. Now to provide access to protected members to a child class, type def salary, open parenthesis, self, close parenthesis, colon, and press enter. Type print, open parenthesis, quotation, employee name colon, quotation, comma, self.name, close the parenthesis and press enter. Type print, open parenthesis, quotation employee's salary colon, quotation, comma, self._salary, close the parenthesis and press enter. Protected data members are used when you implement inheritance and want to allow data members access to only child classes. Next, let's create an object of a class. Type E2 equals employee, open parenthesis, quotation, Matthew Declan, quotation, comma, quotation paramilitary operations officer, quotation, comma, quotation, 98,000 quotation, comma, quotation South American Ops quotation, close the parenthesis and press enter. Next, type E2.info, open parenthesis, close parenthesis and press enter. Then type E2.job, open parenthesis, close parenthesis and press enter. Next, to get direct access to protected members, type print, open parenthesis, quotation, employee name, colon, quotation, comma, E2.name, comma, quotation, employee salary colon, quotation, comma, E2._salary, close the parenthesis and press enter. Protected members of a class are accessible from within the class and are also available to its child classes. No other environment is permitted access to it. This enables specific resources of the parent class to be inherited by the child class. Insert a blank line by typing print, open parenthesis, close parenthesis, and press enter. Now, let's create a header statement to be printed for the private data members. Type print, open parenthesis, quotation, access private data members through creating a public method to access private members or name Mangling, quotation, close the parenthesis and press enter. We can access private members from outside of a class using two approaches. We can create public method to access private members, or we can use name Mangling. As the first method is creating a public method to access private members, type class employee : and press enter. Then type def underscore init underscore open parenthesis self, comma, name, comma, assignment, close the parenthesis, and press enter. Next type self.name equals name and press enter. Type self.underscore assignment equals assignment and press enter. Now type def plan, open parenthesis, self, close parenthesis, and press enter. Now type print, open parenthesis, quotation, employee name, quotation, comma, self.name, close the parenthesis and press enter. Type print, open parenthesis, quotation, employee assignment, quotation, comma, self.__ assignment, close the parenthesis and press enter. Next, let's create an object of a class. Type E3 equals employee, open parenthesis, quotation, David Holland, quotation, comma, quotation Central American Ops, quotation, close the parenthesis and press enter. Next, type E3.plan, open parenthesis, close parenthesis and press enter. The second method is direct access to private member data using name Mangling. The name Mangling is created on an identifier by adding two leading underscores and one trailing underscore. Type print, open parenthesis, quotation, employee name, quotation, comma, E3.name, comma, quotation, employee assignment, quotation, comma, E3.__ employee, underscore, assignment, close the parenthesis and press enter. Now, let's run the module and confirm the program that creates a class that inherits the functionality of a parent class works as expected. In the Python idle editor header, click Run, then click Run Module. After the idle shell opens, as you can see for access public data members, Python outputs employee name, Donna Mathers, and employee job title, Collection Management Officer. Next, access to protected data members through inheritance to child classes outputs employee name, Matthew Declan, employee job title, Paramilitary Operations Officer, and employee name, Matthew Declan, employee salary, $98,000. If you recall, to access this member we created a child class. Protected members of a class are accessible from within the class and are also available to its child classes. No other environment is permitted access to it. This enables specific resources of the parent class to be inherited by the child class. Lastly, we accessed the private data via two methods. The first method was by creating a public method to access private members. Python outputs employee name, David Holland, employee assignment, Central American Ops. The second method was by name Mangling and Python outputs employee name, David Holland, employee assignment, Central American Ops. Thank you for watching my video. If you've enjoyed this video and found it informative, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload videos to YouTube. I'll see you next week with a new Python video. Until next time, take care.